Peace and blessings. Welcome back to A Word with Nyakuiy. I am Nyakuiy, and I am here today with the word for my good sis. So, brothers, if you are here today, you are actually free to listen. Okay, we got jumper cards coming out. You are free to hear, and you're free to receive, and you're free to be witness to these messages for our sisters. If you have sisters in your life, if you have anyone in your life you feel is a sister to you, a lover, a mother, whoever, this may be important for you as well. Oh my goodness, these are really coming in hot. There's a message already to release the burden on your heart. There is a burden on your heart that is preventing you from really living your life in the way that you are meant to. And you know this. You feel like there's something off, but you're not quite sure what it is. Something is not quite right. You can't really pinpoint it. It's not really something you can say, this is what is bothering me. So that was a channeled message, and I felt called to come here to clarify that and to get deep with it so that we can exercise it and so that we can take the steps we need to take in order to come back into a space where we where we feel free. And of course, the Devil card is here. And the Devil card in tarot is representative of attachments. Attachments we have to things, to people, to perceptions, to beliefs, to anything that you can be attached to. And the thing with the Devil card, it represents more than that, but for what this particular message is about, this is pointing to attachments that are healthy. It's bringing me to ask you to examine the attachments in your life and to discern which ones are healthy and which ones are not, which ones are draining you and which ones are giving you life. If it's a substance, if it's a relationship, if it's a job, if it's whatever it is that's draining you and not feeding you and nourishing you and supporting you, then it's time to reevaluate. Yeah. And Mercury is going retrograde coming up. We are in the shadow phase. I don't remember the exact dates, but this would be a good time to reevaluate these things. Because right now we want to be very practical. We want to be very real about what is serving us and what is not. And it's important to be in your power, to stand in your power and say no. Whatever you have to say no to, say it with your whole entire chest. With your whole entire chest. And if you can't say no, then that is your work. There is your work to do. Why is it challenging for you to say no? What is behind that? What is beneath that? Is it guilt? A sense of responsibility? A sense of I need to be the one to? I have to be the one to? It has to be me. It cannot be anybody else. There's an energy around needing to come back to your center, because even in your energy field, I'm getting the sense that it's not as clear as it could be. And this is because of what the thing that is draining in your life. It's sucking your life force energy, and it's not replenishing it, or you're not replenishing it. And perhaps you're in a space where you're not. Spirit is trying to give you, trying to replenish you, but you're like, nah, I don't want that. It's like you want to be in deficit. It's interesting because the last reading that I did, the devil card also came out again. So it seems like there's a theme here, or there's a pattern here. This pattern of holding on to things past their time, holding on to people past their time, past their expiration date, holding on to jobs or a career pathway that is past its expiration date, and this refusal to receive something new. It's almost like you're charging, like you're charging towards the mud. You're charging towards the bullshit. You're charging towards, you're running away from what is being offered to you. Because of this dependency. And it's also like you've got other people dependent on you too, because in this card there's other people. So y'all both in this codependent mix, and y'all just stewing in this unhealthy way of relating. And Spirit wants to tell you, you're worth more than that. There's better for you than this. Even though this is something that you've been used to. It's like, it's time for a new path. It's time for a new pathway. Are you willing to give these attachments up? And for some of you, the answer is no. You're not. And it's not a fault of yours. It's not to say that you are at fault, but there may be some chemical dependencies happening here. There's a chemical dependence of sorts. Perhaps you're dependent on the bottle, or dependent on another substance, it's just to get you through the day, just to wake you up, just to do the do, just to face your responsibilities. And again, Spirit is saying there's a better way to live than that. It's bringing me back to like your natural childhood essence, your natural childlike essence, rather. Children don't need anything, but they be bouncing off the walls, just living and being in the moment and being present. And for some of y'all, that's even difficult for you to do. And it's because you have these, I don't know why this is coming out this way, but it's like you have these demons attached to you. You have these entities attached to you. You have these energies attached to you that are controlling you, that are directing you, because it's like they've infiltrated. Yeah, for some of y'all have things on you that are not even yours. And these things, these entities, they want destruction by any means necessary, even if that means destroying yourself and everybody else with you. For some of you, this could be a mental thing too. Mentally, you're not doing so well. You're struggling with some sort of depression. You're struggling with anxiety. You're struggling with an overactive mind. And your thought forms, because of the space you're in, they're pulling you to these lower vibrational thought forms. I'm not enough. I can't do X. I am unable to. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not beautiful. I'm not intelligent. Nothing I ever do goes right. I suck. I'm not a good person. Like, these thought forms that are not pure to you, that are not pure love, which is what you are at your core, that are not divine. Divine love would not disrespect itself like that. It has to be something else, it's coming from another source. And, the thing of, this is a spiritual warfare we are fighting. This is spiritual. There are entities that are really out here. Because when you're at that lower vibrational level, when you're in the trenches, okay, and you're navigating that space without the proper tools, aka without knowing yourself as the light in that dark space, it can take you to those places where you are suicidal. Divine love is so powerful, and it allows us the choice to choose our vibrational state, and thus our vibrational state will attract certain energies or repel certain energies. And when our vibrational state is in the trenches, and we're identified in the trenches, right? We're identified as the trenches. We're identified as the things that are going on in the trenches. Then it's gonna attract even more of that, to the point where we're stewing in that space, stewing in that soup. But you are light. There's this brightness about you still. And it's like sometimes you have a hard time accessing that space. And so that's why this darkness becomes oppressive. It almost becomes oppressive because it's trying to stamp out your light so that you can't even see it. So you're not even seeing yourself. Let's pull some more cards, because we got to get you out of this space. Divine, how? There's some anger here. There's some, nope. There's some rage here. There's some grief here. The Hierophant is showing itself, which brings and speaks about lessons. It's like some of you are not learning the lesson, and some of you don't want to learn the lesson. And it's not you who doesn't want to learn the lesson. It's this thing that's on you that doesn't want you to elevate spiritually. It wants to keep you stuck in this. It wants to keep you trapped in the lower dimensions, you see? It doesn't want you to rise higher. It's like, you are the phoenix. Let's get that real clear. You are the phoenix, but these entities, these thought forms, these beliefs, these structures, they don't want you to move. They don't want you to fly. They don't want you to rise. They're coming at you, it's seeming like, from all different directions too. And so it's like you can't get a break. You literally, it's like you need to go find a space to be by yourself for some time. And to sit in your own energy. You need to say, I'm releasing everybody, and I'm gonna go over here so I can focus on myself, so I can focus on me. because I'm getting this powering up. Like the word that's coming to me is powering up. Like you're powering up. You're powering up your aura. You're powering up your field. And this, beloved, here is meditating. For some of you, that might be the best next step, is to meditate and sit in your own energy and actually sit and confront yourself and confront what it is that you're dealing with. Because for some of you, you solo dolo. You don't really want a therapist. You don't really want you don't want that kind of support, or you've tried that and it's only gotten you so far. For others of you, somehow I'm getting marriage, I'm getting union, so perhaps it's a partnership that's coming into your life that's not going to save you, that's not going to fix you, but that's going to support you in helping you support and heal yourself. I feel like this is going to be a very supportive relationship. I feel that very strongly for some of you. And it's like you won't be expecting it, but it'll just like fall in your lap. You just meet this person one day and all of a sudden they're showing you things about yourself because of that mirroring effect. You're able to see yourself more clearly. That's a very specific message for a select few, so that this may not resonate with everybody. For others of you, what I'm getting is you need to cancel some contracts that you've made with individuals in your life. Some contracts are long overdue. They're past their expiration date, and they need to be renewed, released, restored, revamped, whatever. Again, Mercury retrograde is going to be a good time for this, because retrogrades in any kind of fashion are good for this review energy, reflection energy. And one simple way you can do that is to ask for divine guidance in revealing to you the individuals in your life whom you need to cut cords with, cut contracts with, renew contracts with, whatever the case may be. Ask for divine support. Ask for support from your highest self, from your divine self. Ask your guides. Ask divine. The divine support is here for you. And you are invited to work on receiving, because you do have a blockage to your receptivity. Going back to the message that I said, the universe is trying to give you something and you're like, no. And again, the message of it's not the true and pure you that is saying no, it's what's on you that's blocking it. This is deeper than Atlantis, y'all. This is deeper than Atlantis. You see how we have 3 major cards in this spread. Justice just came out. Again, this need for balance in your life, this need for karmic justice. Again, relating to these contracts. Some of these relationships and these dynamics that you're experiencing in your life are patterns that are karmic, meaning that lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, this is the pattern. that you find yourself in. And at some point, you need to say no. You need to put a stop to this. You need to release and find your power, realize your power from this dynamic, and realize the role that you play. Because the energy that you're giving here is they're doing this and they're doing that and they're doing this to me and they're doing this to, they're doing X, Y, and Z to me. Okay, well, what's your dynamic in this relationship? Because it takes two of y'all. It takes two. So what are you allowing? What are you subconsciously allowing? Because sure, consciously, you might not think you're allowing any of this wahala to happen in your life. But subconsciously, the invitation is all there. Subconsciously, you're like, yup, come fuck me up. So why is that? It's going back to what beliefs do you have about yourself and your worthiness that are allowing these things? What do you believe about your own value that is allowing these things? Do you even believe you are worthy of good things? Because if you don't, then good things are not going to come to you. Only negativity and bad vibes will come into your sphere because that's what you're open for. Can you be open for more? Can you be open for better? Can you say yes to goodness, to good things? Because you do deserve good things. Again, this specific message that's coming out about marriage and union and partnership with this Libra card here, that's bringing balance into your sphere. Yes, there's an energy of, you have to love yourself to a certain extent in order to even receive that love from another, right? That is there. But it's also there that we are supposed to walk each other home. We're meant to be in relationships that mirror certain things to us so that we can evolve and grow. Because there's work that you can do alone, there's work that you can do by yourself, but there's also work that's important to do in partnership. And sometimes it doesn't matter how you feel about yourself, but that partnership will be sent to you to help you evolve even further. This person is here to show up as themselves, and that in and of itself will trigger you into growing, into evolving, into choosing yourself, respecting yourself, valuing yourself enough to let this shit go. Okay? For others of you, divine justice is coming through. It is. It's only a matter of time, I'm hearing. It's only a matter of time. Because again, those entities who dwell in the unseen realms, who pull on you, who drain on you energetically, who have infiltrated your field and are taking, depleting you. It's been there for so long. It's like there is going to be a stop to it. There is going to be an end. And it's like the universe is like, we'll move when you move. I'll move when you move. Divine's like, I'll move when you move. So you gotta move. You gotta set the intention. You don't have to be perfect. This is not about perfection. This is about a pure heart's desire. It's like giving that image of falling down on your knees and saying, Divine, please take this. Help me. I need you. You are loved. You are so loved. And you are so supported. But know that divine support can only go so far. You have to be willing. to release. Because with this card in the center, this devil card in the center, and all of these things around you, that's kind of giving the energy of the power is in your hands. This doesn't have to be, this energy, this karmic pattern, this dynamic doesn't have to be the end all be all. A new day is bright and shining and waiting for you. You have to be willing to do something that you've never done. You have to be willing to walk a path you've never walked before. And this karmic stuff, it could be, again, relationships. I'm getting, for some of y'all, is a particular person that you were in relationship at one point in time that is still calling on you, pulling on you energetically, because they haven't let go of the pattern, even though you are trying to let go of it, you know? So it's like, why is that Chingy song coming to mind? Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back. You know? That's the energy I'm getting. Is you are trying, but it's like the pull is so strong. And the pull is strong because this is lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes of this shit. Do you get it? This isn't just this lifetime thing. This is ancient. And that's why it's a major lesson for you with this Hierophant card. Like, this is spiritual elevation on another level. It's on learning how to work with your spiritual energy centers so that nobody is infiltrating from the outside. It's about spiritual and energetic boundaries. Because again, I'm going to say it, we're working with the spirit here. We're not working with the physical. The physical is just secondary. You got to go to the root first. And the energy and the spirit is at the root. So, because I don't want to leave y'all hanging like this. I feel like I've said a lot. I feel like I've said quite enough, and if I keep talking, I feel like I'm just going to continue repeating myself. For some of y'all, you need to stop smoking. That's a strong message here. Because some of it is not pure. Some of it is not pure. Some of it is tainted. Some of it has been modified. It's not the real deal. That's what I'm hearing. Because the real deal is nice. The real deal is fire. And I mean smoking cannabis. Smoking that dank. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. It's like, this is representative. Okay, here we go. 5 and 5. So you are going through massive changes right now. You're going through some deep changes right now. You're moving from insecurity to security, lack mindset to abundance mindset, to prosperity consciousness, poverty consciousness to prosperity consciousness. You're moving from this place where you wither and shrivel up spiritually, which bleeds down to your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body. And you're moving from this place where you're withered up to a place where you're thriving. Like, it's a whole life shift. You're literally moving from one life and one pathway and one way of living into another. And it's going to take a lot out of you because, rather, let me not say it that way. It's going to ask a lot of you. Because in order to move into this abundance, into this prosperity, into this flourishing, you have to release a lot of shit that can't come with you. Some of y'all also need to give up the alcohol. because that invites spirits to infiltrate your energy field as well. Spirits that are waiting to eat you up and to fuck up your life. They're literally waiting. So when you do that excessively, listen, I'm not telling you what to do. These are the cards. The cards are, and the energy is letting you know energetically, you want this too, because you don't want this dependency. You really don't. You want to be in a space where you can find balance, Libra, with this justice energy. You want to be able to find balance between that. You don't want to be moved by liquor. You don't want to be moved by external substances. You want to be moved by the Holy Spirit, number one. And right now the Holy Spirit is saying you need to get clear with you. The last card I'm going to pull here for us, wow, is the Ace of Wands. And this is all about a new beginning, a new start, new inspiration, new ideas, new path. You do want this. That's what's at the bottom of this. You want a new start. You want a fresh start in life. You want a fresh lease on life. You want this rebirth. Some of you need this dick. You need this divine penetration. And I'm being very 100% on that, because there's something healing about, that's why they call it sexual healing. Hello. The message still is this, that you do want this new lease on life. And so I feel that because this is your deep desire, this is what your heart truly desires, it will happen. It is enough to make the shifts, to start the shifts. So what I'm receiving now is be very aware and open to the people who will be coming into your life, because they are going to be pieces of the puzzle that bring you back to your wholeness, that bring you back to your purity, that bring you back to your divinity. So embrace and welcome these individuals, welcome these teachers, Hierophant, welcome the lessons, embrace the learnings, embrace the possibility that your life can change dramatically from where it is now into one that you only dream of. What's going to limit you is your own limitations, is your own ability to receive, your own limited mindset that says this can't happen for me. That's your limitation. But once you become aware of this limitation and all of its legs, because think about it like it's a spider. A spider has 8 legs, right? So the spider itself is the limitation, but it has 8 legs. So those 8 legs can go into different directions and branch out into other more minor limitations, right? But if you get 4 legs, you pretty much got the whole thing, right? Because a spider, well, I don't know about spiders, so let me not say. I was going to say spiders can't survive without all of their legs or without 4 legs, but I actually don't know. It might be some spiders out here who could thug it out with that. Who can thug it out like that. But what I'm saying here is that when you do your due diligence and you chip away even little by little, and what I'm getting here too is don't discount the work that you have been doing, because you have been doing work. Now we're just vamping it up and taking it to the next level. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because evolution is what is happening here. And you, my friend, are ready. You're ready for this new change. You're ready for this new life. And be gentle with yourself and know that there's no rush on this path. There really isn't. It's on your timing, it's at your pace. So I'm going to leave this here. I pray that this has been helpful. I pray that you've received what you've needed to. I am offering personal readings and personal sessions, so I'm going to leave my details below, and you can feel it out if working with me would be beneficial for you. I'm here to support you, and I'm here to help you elevate, sis. Okay? I love you very much. I'm sending you a lot of love. I'm giving you a big heart hug, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace.